Welcome everybody. It's the IPL season and cricket fever is touching its peaks, which makes me wonder, have you seen the opening ceremony of IPL 2023 wherein a scintillating performance was put up by a drone show in Ahmedabad, Gujarat?
Get ready, get ready, Ahmedabad. All eyes on the sky. ऊपर देखो क्या होने वाला है.
The interesting thing to note over here is that this isn't even the first time that such an event has happened in India. In fact, here are few glimpses of the G20 Investors Summit which happened this year in 2023 in Lucknow.
तीन रंग से रंगा तिरंगा चार दिशा में लहराए इस परचम को लिए चले जो हार कभी ना हो पाए हिम्मत देता है ये चिन्हक ये निशान है अपना सहारा जिए तो इसी ध्वज के नीचे मरे तो ये हो कफन हमारा भले पताका पे प्राण जाए पर झंडा ऊंचा रहे हमारा विश्व पटल पर अब होता है भारत का सच्चा सम्मान अंतरराष्ट्रीय मंचों पर चमक रही है देश की शान आर्थिक उन्नति में भारत का है दुनिया में पंचम स्थान वैक्सीन दे अनेकों देशों को भारत ने बढ़ाया अपना मान G20 की जिम्मेदारी ने दिलाई हमें बड़ी पहचान वसुधैव कुटुंबकम एक भविष्य है भारत का ये सरल बयान आज तिरंगा लहराता है अपनी पूरी शान से देश बनाने सभी जुटे हैं अब पूरे जी जान से 140 कोटि जनगण को कोई ना रोक पाएगा हर हृदय मनस हर गली गांव हर घर तिरंगा लहराएगा
What is fascinating to know over here is how do these drones coordinate with each other and what are the necessary steps we must take as precaution in order to make sure that no casualties happen, especially when we are doing such a drone show in such a big gathering. So, in today's video, we'll be exploring exactly that and what exactly are the steps you need to take and keep in mind when it comes to organizing a drone show and how exactly does a drone show work. So, let's get straight into the video. The first step is to prepare the drone choreography using any 3D animation software. You can consider the drones to be similar to a pixel art animation, wherein each pixel's hair are drones. The only difference being that a drone show is meant to be viewed from many directions, whereas A pixel art animation, on the other hand, is just viewed by one viewer. Of course, there are different parameters that we need to take into consideration apart from this, such as the speed of the drones and the distance between each drones.
When it comes to speed and distance, they are tested once the animation is created to make sure there's no collision risk and drones can reach the required speed. If necessary, changes can be made right now. Once the animation is created, you can use Drone Show software to run a virtual test without damaging drones.
These so-called software in a loop virtual environment help in simulating the drones in such a way that we can see for ourselves whether these drones are performing ideally or not. The next step is logistics, defining when and where should the show be set. The field must be large enough to accommodate all the drones ready for takeoff. This includes setting up the real-time kinematic GPS base station, Wi-Fi router for connecting to the drones, and the main control laptops. When everything is ready, put the drones in their respective positions. The distance between the drones on the ground is usually between 2.5 to 3 meters. This means if you are planning to use 49 drones, you need a 324 square meter field to position them. Remember that you also need to have a safety fence around the field.
The surface must be flat enough without tall grass or deep snow. If no such area is available, you can use a platform for takeoff, but in this case, you must be extremely careful when landing the drones. After the drones are properly positioned, Drone Show software automatically assigns the flight paths from the animation to each drone.
The next step is to upload the paths to each drone and do a pre-flight check in order to check if all the parameters are working as expected or not. The final step is to set the show time and let the drones know when to take off.
Ready, steady, arm the motors, and go.
If something unexpected happens during the event, such as a strong gush of wind, then there are 4 safety measures that can be taken to ensure the safety of the spectators. The first is a geofence, which is a natural boundary beyond which the drones would not go. Second is making use of a control interface. This control interface is required to view all these drones and land them whenever necessary. The third point is making use of an independent app which uses a separate computer and radio frequency in order to communicate with all these drones and land all of them at a given command. And finally, our fourth point is making use of a backup pilot with an RC who can control each of these drones and land any of them whenever necessary. In our next video, we will be analyzing the potential of such drones in the military, wherein these drones are fit with explosives and missiles. Until then, stay tuned for part 2 of this video and do subscribe to our channel for more such videos. See you next time.